Hey, party people. I'm sorry if my voice sounds gravelly. I have not been feeling well. Um, but how are you guys? It's been so long. I've missed you guys. So today I thought we should probably just talk about some art related stuff because that has literally been my entire life the past couple months. If you guys don't know, I am currently working as a tattoo apprentice. I'm a tattoo apprentice in Florida. So if you're in Florida and you want to get apprentice tattoos, hit me up. But being a tattoo artist has genuinely always been like my biggest dream, and now it's finally happening. And it's so cool. But yeah, so today I am going to do 21 art tips, no, 22 art tips that I use every day. I have my notes on my phony phone here, but yes, we are going to go over some art tips I use every day as an artist of many mediums. So I'm just going to give you guys a few tips so you guys don't have to struggle as much as I did. So, number one, where you start on the drawing physically matters so much. Like, if I'm going to be doing a piece, I'm going to start at the tippy top of the drawing, more specifically in the left corner, and work my way down in a diagonal fashion. This is so it doesn't smudge, and this goes for a lot of movable mediums. I really like charcoal because of how buildable it is. I've recently got into charcoal more the last couple months. I used to be basically an entirely graphite artist. I would do everything in pencil. Now I'm kind of making that transition over because I really like the values and hues that I can get with charcoal a lot more. The blacks are a lot more rich. Number two, relearning the basics of anatomy and perspective every couple months will help you a lot in your art journey. I literally have to do this every couple months. It really just keeps your skills sharp. It's very what's the word? It's refreshing to go back and learn, but it's always good to check your foundational understandings of art instead of just learning it just to break the rules later. You're going to be breaking the rules a lot more effectively, and it's going to make a lot more sense the more you understand the rule in the first place. Like, one extreme perspective I really like a lot of the time, you'll see people doing like new school style tattooing. They'll take like this angle and really expand the eye and make it a lot bigger. That is a very popular play on perspective, and if you don't have a good foundational understanding of it, you're not going to understand the thing to make big, the thing to make small, da da da. Number three. This is a tip for everyone that is going through art block. If you feel like you cannot produce art in a natural way, it's probably because you're not intaking anything truly new. Listening to people that you never listened to before, watching movies that you never watched before. You're probably just living in the mundane, so your creative juices aren't flowing. To get out of that, go to your Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you have, go to whatever discovery station they have. It takes all the data from the music that you already have and it gives you new music that kind of sounds like that, but it's new, obviously. So I feel like having that really, 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 really helps keep my creative juices flowing. Basically, in the beginning of the week, I'll kind of be listening to my songs like normal, but around like Wednesday, Thursday, I'll literally strictly consume the Discovery Station because I want to make sure I am constantly intaking new stuff and constantly just growing and changing. I learned I like country music. Who would have thunk it? Coulter Wall? Please. Please. Also, guys, I realize that the audio is not the best. I am so sorry. What can you do? What the hell can you do, you know? So we are on the wired headphones today, and that's just what it is. Take it up with your mom and not me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, girl. Number four, hand and back stretches are so so important. I have had symptoms of arthritis since I was like a teenager because of repetitive hand movements and all of that, and I would get really, really bad pain in my right wrist. And that is when I discovered joint and back health. It has literally changed my quality of life, but I think young artists are not pushed to do it. You need to do it, or else you will fuck yourself up bad. And if you want to be in the art game for a long time, more specifically tattooing, you have to take your back health and your joint health very seriously. This specifically goes for the back of the neck, the wrists of your dominant hand, your back. Number 5. Having multiple creative outlets is a great idea. Do not put all your eggs into the art basket because eventually you will feel burnt out by art. I have never met an artist that has never once felt art burnout. And this is different to art block. Art block, you have the want to create art. Art burnout, you do not have the want to create art. Having multiple creative outlets still gives you that time to get those creative juices out, but not always be giving it to the art cause. And I have noticed that in writing short stories, and sewing, I have been able to get those creative juices out, allow them to flow without always giving them to my job or art itself. Art for art's sake is obviously important. It's obviously a great thing, but just giving every single iota of your creative existence to drawing, to painting, it can be draining. So having multiple creative outlets is such a healthy, smart thing to do as a creative. 6. I have brought this up a little bit earlier. I used to be a fully graphite artist. If you are a graphite artist, try charcoal. Just try charcoal. I can't even begin to explain to you guys how much my artistic skills advanced since trying charcoal. So I think it just like really pushes you as an artist because you're working with such darker tones or stark white. Number 7. 7. You are working in strictly watercolor, please try gouache. I feel like there's a lot of other art things to this where there's just one that's a little more professional than the other. Like graphite is to charcoal, what watercolor is to gouache, what acrylic is to oil. I feel like there's a natural ascension into a more professional medium. Not saying that watercolor can't be a professional medium, acrylic paint can, it's all professional, but I feel like one is just a little bit better than the other in certain ways.
You're not very pretty and you're not very bright.
The reason I think it's more professional is because of color payoff, blendability, all of these other things, right? Thinking one thing is more professional does not mean the other thing is worse, and it also does not mean you have to agree with me. Thank you. Number 8, I think. If you ever don't feel like drawing, use the 5-minute drawing method. If you do not know what the 5-minute drawing method is, I will tell you. When you literally just set a timer for 5 minutes and look in front of you and draw whatever it is, basically a still life 5-minute version. And this just literally makes it so you drew something that day. I'm going to say something a little bit controversial. I believe in art because drawing more is more important than drawing good. Now obviously if I have a finished piece that's worth cash, different. Number 9. Easy Pose is the best pose reference app in my opinion. Obviously, there's things like Pinterest, blah blah blah, where you can find pictures of people and just draw it off the people. Easy Pose allows you to take a virtual doll, sort of speak, and transform it into the pose that you want. And I've been able to get some really, really cool dynamic poses without ever having to bust out my camera and do some weird funky shit. So, hey, Easy Pose, this is what the app looks like in the App Store. Go download it. Very cool app. Number 10. So when your light and shadow meet adding a ring of saturated color between the light and the shadow adds this really cool effect. It's stuff like that that really just like pushes your design so much, and it just makes it so much juicier, so much fuller. Like I love it. And yeah, we're gonna start working with light and shadow, start doing that because it really just pushes your design to the next level. It really does. So coffee break 11. Eros's head, I think it's called. It has all the planes of the face perfectly mapped out. If you guys ever watched a painting tutorial on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about, okay? This will help you in every single medium of art. I don't care if it's digital drawing. I don't care if it's graphite. I don't care if it's charcoal. I don't care if it's fucking watercolor. This thing will help you. Okay? Every time I do a portrait, okay, I have this thing in the background. I do, because no matter what, understanding how a face works, how it moves, how shadows fall on it, it will help you. Okay? Just use it. Use it once. Use it once and genuinely try, and I'm telling you, you will never stop using it. Thank you. Number 12. Ohuhu markers. Ohuhu markers. I used to be a tomboy girl, okay? I used to be a tomboy girl through and through. And my boyfriend put me onto these markers. I seen him with this giant thing of markers, and I'm just like, what are those? What are those, girl? And I seen this man's artwork. He's like, these are the juiciest mark. I, I'm gonna go grab them. Hold on. Are the two sets that I have. These are the skin color ones. It's turned into a product review video, I guess. But this is what the skin color ones look like. After really getting familiar with this set, you can get really, really rich shades off of everything in here. Even though it doesn't really look like it, these markers up over, like that one I'm gonna show you guys, but that's how dark this marker is. It's such a rich chocolate color. So juicy. Also, they are very, very affordable. So you get a ton of them for very, very cheap. This is the rainbow set. I have mine color organized. I'm very proud of it. Okay, number 13. Get a mechanical pencil set. It saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of time. Just being able to like pump out more pencil, I guess. You can still sharpen mechanical pencils. They come with sharpeners depending on the set that you get. 14. Red and blue pencils for sketching. I have gained this knowledge from an amazing artist who I will forever be grateful for. This has changed my life. So you start sketching with blue. You go in with red to add in a little bit more detail, and then you go in with your line art. It's just something about it that's so much better than going with pencil. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I like it. It's almost messier, but I feel like it just works so much better.
Devil!
So what?
So what?
Yes, so what if he's the devil, Rick? At least the devil has a job. At least he's active in the community.
And it helps me break up the process of art so beautifully. And I just love the process of drawing so much more because of it. And it's also so much easier on the eye when your sketch does not look the same all the time. And to have a day where you go in with your blue pencil and your only objective is to get the blue pencil sketch done. And then the next day, the only objective is to do the red pencil. And then the next day, the only objective is to line. That is beautiful to me. It makes the process of going through art a lot more enjoyable because it breaks up into chunks. And yes, also honorable mention tip that I'm not turning it into its own tip itself. Um, give your art time to breathe. Walk away from it. Like I said, unless you are trying to quantity wise make more art, do not force yourself to be done with it that day if you don't have to. People force themselves to finish projects and their finished projects looked rushed. A finished project should take a minute. It should take a while. So sit back and allow your art to breathe. You're going to like it a lot more. If over time you have looked at it with fresh eyes and gone back and fixed the things that you didn't like versus just powering through it in 4 hours, and now you don't even want to post that picture because you think it's ugly. I've done that many times. That's the only reason I know. 15, I think. 15 or super fat pencil grips. This is more for my tattoo artist type girlies or my arthritis girlies. I have bought these really, really big pencil grips from Amazon, and when I tell you they have changed my life, they have changed my life. I had this pencil grip, and then I wrap it in tissue paper, and then I wrap that tissue paper with tattoo grip. That's this stuff. It is so helpful. I can draw for very long periods of time now. It's so comfortable. Number 16, procreate. If you feel like your line art is boring or you feel like it's too thin or you really don't like it, I'm going to show you what to do. You are going to go to Procreate. You're going to take your line art. First, you're going to duplicate it. You're going to duplicate the layer. You are going to set the Gaussian blur to 1 to 5%. I wouldn't do anything bigger than that. Don't do that. It's going to look weird. And then you're just going to like keep duplicating the blurred line art until it gets thicker. And I think it's really fun, and I also think it looks really good, and I wish more people would do it. So, yeah. Number 17, as everybody on earth knows, Pinterest is great for just finding inspiration for art, right? What a lot of people don't know is Pinterest is great for finding color palettes. There is so many different ways to find such good color palettes on Pinterest. I have found that my drawings have gotten a little bit more dynamic since doing this. Just finding different colors that work together. Also, just going outside. There's been times I've color picked from a tree and the sky just because I liked the blue and green together. There's cool color palettes everywhere. You just gotta know how to look for them. Okay, 19. This one's really important. The way you draw is going to change on your medium. The way you prepare for your art is going to change on your medium. And I personally try to be hyper aware of how I am drawing at all times. If you're going to do like a Stargen, like painting thing where you're going from like really, really soft, undefined shapes and you're slowly adding in that detail, cool, great. But if you're going for a more drawing as if you're a printer type drawing, I don't know a lot of people that draw like that, but some people do. No, I mean, some people just work top to bottom. If you're going in it like portrait like thing and you're sketching, cool, but don't really mix them because your eye can be thrown off and it will look like mistakes. It just won't look consistent. I apologize if that tip didn't make much sense. It makes sense in my head. What I'm really just trying to say is try to keep your technique consistent, and also just be aware of the technique that you're using while drawing. We are on to number 20. You guys are doing great. You're doing so good. If you have a library card, or you should get a library card if you don't have one. So if you have access to books or you have a little extra money to spend on books, I genuinely believe that the context and content in art books is a lot more fleshed out and a lot more easily digestible and a lot more easy to go back to than art videos, art tutorials, da da da. You can call me a contrarian. call me a contrarian if you want. I don't care. I love me an art book. This shelf over here, there's a couple on there. Right here are some art books that I recommend. Give me 1 second. There's Drawing from the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards. As you guys can see, this book is well loved. I think it's very cool, and it just teaches you how to draw very objectively. So this really helped me kind of try to break that part of my brain. And I feel like it has trained my artist eye a lot, and I really love this book. Then there's the Figure Drawing Masterclass by this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. It is Gheno. But yeah, it's just really a figure drawing book. These, honestly, I'm going to say something that is kind of uh, probably not the best. I have read many books like this. This is nothing unique, nothing special. It's good, don't get me wrong. The information in it is great, but like there's so many books like this. If you see a figure drawing book, pick it up, look at it. Like it's all the same shit. I promise you, it's all the same shit. And then there's this one that I really like. This one is one of my favorite ones. It is graphic illustration in black and white. I love this book. Like just so many cool freaking like just so many cool images using just black and white, and I really love this book. It is so good. Also, if anyone is going to be for you getting a library card, it's me. Now, do I maybe have an overdue book or two? Mind your business. Mind your business. 21. This is a tip. Digital art and traditional art are two different skills. How can you get better at one while doing the other? Sure. Sure. But you have to train both. So many artists nowadays where if you give them a piece of paper, they are befuddled and stuck. The kids don't know how to draw traditionally, and Tyla is on Kids' Choice. Like it's ridiculous, and I'm afraid. I don't care that much. I, I don't care that much. I'm joking. But all I'm saying is that if you're digital, please, for the love of God, draw traditional sometimes, back and forth all the time. And especially if you're in tattoo art, you have to be well versed in both. It's two different skills, treat it as such, make time for both. And we are finally on 22. This is more inspirational. It's gonna be stupid, but talent is forged, okay? It's not deserved, it's not earned, none of that. You can spend so much time on something and not be talented in it. Talent is forged through trial and error, through learning, through doing bad things. You are not going to start off making these insane pieces of art. And sometimes, even when you think your art is good, it might be really, really bad to somebody else. Now, you have to keep showing up for this thing. You have to keep being dedicated for this thing. Motivation is not what you want in art. You want discipline to keep doing it. It is going to need to be a constant thing that you constantly do, that you are constantly giving to. Do I have anything else I want to say? Last actual tip, okay? I learned this from my tattoo mentor. So this is how you should be drawing. Your canvas should be parallel to your face, and your reference should be also parallel to your face, but a little farther back. You should not have your canvas like this to you. You shouldn't. Because if you are looking down, your perspective is going to be very, very off. So directly in front of you. That is all I have to say for today. Thank you for listening through my incoherent ramblings. I will talk to you later, hopefully in a sooner amount of time than it took for me to make this video. Also, follow me on TikTok, subscribe, like the video, follow me on Instagram. Bye.
Job interview.